Yo, what is up, my boys? Welcome back to another video. I'm going to show you the exact framework that I've actually just done myself today to align myself to that next version of myself. And I'm going to show you exactly how I go about achieving it. I've used this for the last 3-4 years, and it's got me beyond where I could have ever imagined. And that's why I'm doing it again today. And I don't think you'll have watched it yet, guys, for any of you guys who are already subscribed. But I filmed a podcast a few days ago. I think it will be dropping tomorrow or the day after. And I was actually just discussing how I'd recently just broken up with my partner. And there is no better time to actually go through this process. And far too many people just use a breakup as an excuse to spiral down for 2 years, and they're just not self-aware enough to use this as a force to get to your goals. So this is going to be extremely powerful if you have just recently gone through a breakup or some form of adversity, but also just if you are not where you want to be in life, right? Because guys, if you don't choose success and you don't choose specifically the exact levels of success at the exact things you want, by default, you will lose. You have to choose success in order to get success. Nothing will be gifted to you guys. And every input creates an output. So right now, if you don't like your outputs, you don't like your reality, you don't like your life right now, it's not where you want it to be, well, guys, that's because you've so far had a certain set of inputs that have led you here. Maybe you didn't have a clear goal on where you wanted to be and a clear strategy, and those set of inputs now were just too blur, and those set of inputs were just too meh, just general, just not intentional. You've got to be an intentional savage through life to get to your goals, guys. So I'm going to show you how to set your goals correctly and how to align your life and your habits to those goals. I guarantee you guys, you watch this video to the end, make notes, don't apply it tomorrow, apply it today. Your life will be unrecognizable in 1 year from now. Completely unrecognizable. This is a law of physics, what I'm going to teach you guys. This isn't general common knowledge, but when I read a few books and became aware of this completely changed my life. Besides all business strategies and knowledge, just understanding how to goal set and how to create and manifest your life with the correct action and mindset is so powerful, guys. So let's get straight into this. So the first thing, we keep it really simple at the start. We write down your top 10 goals. So like I did, pen and paper, guys, when you write it down physically, don't type it. If you do want a typed copy, that's fine, on a Notion or a Notes, just so you can look at it daily on your phone or something, that's cool. But do a written copy. When you actually write it, it goes in. So I've got mine here, all right? 2 pages. And I've got my 10 goals. So I've got some goals are actually habits, just next level habits that I want to integrate into my life. Some are business focused regarding the amount of people that we are working with, the amount of testimonials, the amount of results and life-changing results we've got inside my VIP and CEO programs. How much I earn is on there, the cars I drive, the network I have, the relationships I have, where I live specifically, the level of lifestyle I have, the staff I have, the hires I want to make within my business to take me to the next level and give a next level service to everybody inside my programs and also in the free content on the likes of YouTube. And my investment portfolio. Subscribers on YouTube, followers on Instagram, all of this stuff, etc. So go write them down. There may be 10 to 12. I don't mind if you spill over a little bit, but try and keep it as close to 10. Don't do less than 10, but 10 to 15, in my opinion, is cool. Write them down with pen and paper, nice and simple. You can pause the video here if you need, and I would do this now. Like I said, you want to watch this the whole way through, but you want to be applying it as we go so you actually do it, because you will not fail. You cannot fail if you do this process. So you can pause it here, and we're going to get straight back in. The next thing we're going to do, guys, is scan through this list of goals, and we are going to pick our number 1. So what I've done is I've rewritten it on another page, and I've got a big star by it in the list. So this will most likely jump out at you big time. Mine, in fact, is one that if I were to achieve this goal, when I achieve this goal would make probably 60-70% of my other goals on that list just happen by default. So it's my most leverageable goal, and mine is actually to do with the amount of people we have inside our business that we are changing lives for. Okay? For you, it could be anything. It might be how much money you earn. It may be where you live in the world. Maybe you've moved to Dubai. Maybe you've moved to Miami. Maybe you've started a business. Maybe you've got 50 clients in a business, in your online coaching business. Maybe you've shredded the body fat and you are now X body fat percentage. Maybe it's to do with your partner. Maybe it's to do with your circle. Maybe it's you want to save and invest in a mentor. Any goal, guys, right? Write it down, and now your mind can get to work. Your brain will start closing the gap to get you to this goal. Now, the thing is, guys, the world is the world, but everybody sees the world differently, and that's obviously reflected in the world's results, right? Everyone's got different results in the world, but it's all down to their mindset and how they see the world. But simply just doing this activity and writing down specific goals, and also I want to add to this, write them in the present tense. So I have, I earn, I own, etc. You can add a feeling onto that as well. It's really important that you do it in the present tense, and also set a date. So maybe 1 year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. But what your brain will start to do now, just looping back around to my point, where you will see the world differently. When you have a goal that your subconscious is working on all the time, especially when you review these goals a few times a day, you see the world through a different lens, and all of these opportunities that have been in front of you your whole life that would have allowed you to achieve such levels of success that you couldn't have done because you didn't have the clarity and the specificity on your goals, you now can achieve, and you will now see the opportunities and you can now seize them. And when you get that intuition that's telling you opportunity and you get that impulse to do it, maybe it's to get in the course or with the coach, or maybe it's to jump on that flight. It doesn't matter, but your subconscious is now attracting all of this stuff to you just because you're going to see the world through a different lens. So that's how this is all going to come together. Now I'm going to run you through the reality of achieving these goals, okay? You must pay in advance and you must pay in full. These are just laws, rules around achieving your goals, guys. So you can't achieve this goal and then do what is required to get it when you get there. You have to do every single thing that is required to get there in advance, i.e. today and leading up to it, and you must pay in full. You have to invest all the time, all the energy, all your resources, all the money you've got into these goals to actually make it happen. Everything. It's not you put it on fucking Klarna and you pay it off over 5 years, but you get the result today. That's not how goals work, guys. You've got to show up today. Like, if any of you guys watch my Instagram stories, you see me doing my work. I actually give you guys an insight into the level of my habits and how I show up. That's me showing up for my goals in 1 year, in 3 years, in 5 years, because I have a process in place. I know what habits I need to take. And I'm paying in advance. I'm paying today, every day, consistently 7 days a week, and I'm paying in full. Because I'm not missing on my goals. I've got one lifetime. So do you guys. The next thing I've already touched on, you must trust your intuition and follow your impulses towards success. This is such a big area where even people who do write down their goals, they then mess up because they don't trust their intuition, right? You've got to ask yourself good questions. Would this activity, would this investment move me closer and make it more likely I achieve my goal, yes or no? If the answer is yes, you're in. You're in. You have to do it. Maybe it was preparing some meals. Maybe it was investing in a coach or in a new book. Maybe it was waking up a bit earlier. Would these things make it more likely that you achieve success? If the answer is yes, you are in. You are going for it. Don't ignore your intuition once you have put a goal in your mind and your body is telling you where to go. So powerful that you trust your conscience. And you must take maximum action right now. Now, a lot of people are scared of their goals. They may have a goal, and you may have just written down something like, I want to have my own business and live in Dubai. That may seem right now pretty scary to you. So a lot of people don't do anything. They just don't think they know the full path to the top of the mountain. It looks like, for example, think of this analogy, guys. Right now, imagine, I don't know where you guys live. You may be in the US, Australia, Manchester, UK, wherever, okay? Imagine right now, everyone knows London. Imagine right now you live in London and you have to drive to Scotland. Now, you can't see the road the entire way to Scotland. Imagine it's the middle of the night. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. You can't see the path. You can't see the road the entire way from London to Scotland. But what you can see is 100 meters, 200 meters in front of you with your car headlights. So what do? You take the maximum amount of action right now. You don't just not drive. Oh, I'm not going. Can't see Scotland. Not going. People that achieve their goals and reach a destination, it's not that they knew how to do it. It's that they were committed to getting there. So when I said, I'm going to get my business to work with thousands of clients, change and impact lads around the world, live in Dubai, have a great lifestyle, I didn't know how the hell I was going to do this, guys, at the start. I just knew I was committed to it. And what I did was I just drove the 200 meters in front of me that I could see with my headlights. What happens then when you take maximum amount of action at the steps you can see right in front of you, just the tiny, smallest steps? The next 200 meters reveal themselves. Every time you drive forward 1 step, 2 steps, 20 steps, the next steps will always reveal themselves. Your conscience will guide you. That is the authentic voice of God in your body. Everything is guided. Every single thing will reveal itself. You've just got to actually follow it, guys. Now I'm going to show you how to align with the frequency you need to be on. Now, for some of you guys, this may be new stuff. Frequency. I talk about it quite a lot. Frequency is one of the most important things. You've got vibrational frequency. This is your thoughts and your feelings, guys. They have to be aligned with exactly where you want to go. So right now, if you're on a low frequency, you will have low level results. If you're on a high frequency, you will be aligning yourself to high level results. You can't have high end results and goals being achieved on a low frequency. That is impossible. You are like a TV station, really, guys. So, or a radio station. When you tune the frequency and it goes to a different hertz, HZ or whatever you call it, it just moves to a different channel. It's already on. It's already happening, just on a different channel. This is how you have to see your goals, guys. It's crazy. You are like a radio satellite, but 100 million times more powerful. Your goals right now, these top 10 goals, they're already real. They're just on a different frequency. So I'm going to show you now how to align your frequency to the goals. And like I said, big goals only come on a high frequency. So first of all, we have to get aware of what frequency actually is and where we need to be. And then we need to become actually self-aware within ourselves to understand where is our frequency right now. Every minute of my day, I understand exactly where my frequency is. And no disrespect, but that's actually one of the main reasons why I actually spoke with my partner. And like I said, you know, I spoke about on the podcast the other day, she is a great girl. You know, she is literally a great girl. But I just understood that we're not fully aligned. And I knew that in the long run, with some of the other things that I want to do in life, it just wouldn't be aligned. So it's just unfair to continue the relationship because there were certain things that we would just fundamentally disagree on. I'm a hard guy to be with. I have extremely high standards. I just only want to operate from the highest level, the highest frequency. And if I'm hearing low-level conversations at times, fear, guilt, shame, all these things, and it's just a constant state, that exposure can lower you, and you've got to be selfish at times, guys. You've got to understand that, like, look, you have one lifetime to achieve these goals, and you can love somebody, but if you feel like it's subtracting from your likelihood of achieving success, you have to prioritize it. And it's something we're going to talk about in the next slide, is how to how to raise to that higher frequency. All right. And you've got to be a savage at your goals, guys. I'm not telling you all to go and break up with your girl. Obviously, this was just a tiny fraction of the reason why, but you've got to hold yourself to a high standard. All right. And here, if we look on this frequency graph, we have at the very bottom desire, fear, grief, guilt, apathy, shame. So this usually comes, guys, when you are in boredom, a state of boredom. When you're bored, what do? You go do vices. You drink alcohol. You shag a chick that you shouldn't have shagged. You wank off. You watch porn. Do drugs. You do coke. Whatever the fuck you guys do, right? Everyone's been there. And it's when you're bored, and it's when you get in a state of desire. When you get in a state of desire when you're bored, and then now you want a feeling of satisfaction fast without doing any work. And that's why people do vices, because they don't want to work for their high levels of satisfaction. And then you get on the lowest frequency, guilt, shame. How many of you guys have ever been out on like a big bender? I know I have back in the day, and you go out on the Friday and then Saturday's ruined, the Sunday's ruined, the next week you're just so slow and you don't want to go to the gym and da-da-da. It's because you're in a low frequency, and goals can't be achieved in low frequency. So we have to subtract all those low frequency states and get in the highest frequency. And the highest frequency are all self-actualization. So we've got acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace. These only come in self-actualization. This is becoming the best version of yourself, self-mastery. You only win the war of life when you win the war against yourself. That's what you have to do, guys. There is no one in your way other than you. You have to master yourself. You have to get very good at being you. And that's where doing the work and doing the habits, doing the process every day comes in. Because the process, what I'm going to show you on this next slide, is what aligns you and makes you get into these higher states. And now the highest state is something that everybody wants to be aiming to do at some point in their life. Maybe some of you are ready right now, maybe not. But that is enlightenment. And this is self-transcendence. This is the step above self-actualization. This is where you then give back to the world. You've become an asset. You have overcome problems. You have become the best version of yourself, or a much better version of yourself. The process is for a lifetime. But now you can actually share that wisdom, share that knowledge. Just like I'm doing right now, I'm in a state of self-transcendence in my highest frequency, in complete flow state. I have no idea how long I've been in this video. I would have had no idea I was at 18 minutes something into this video. I have no idea what time it is. You just get into a flow state when you are in self-transcendence. Now you can't do this until you've mastered self to a high level. But self-transcendence is where you give back. It's where you teach. It may be you have coaching. Maybe you have a mentorship program for people to help them with their goals. Maybe you have courses. Maybe you create content for free. I show up on my Instagram all day for free. I show up on my YouTube every day for free. And just do this because I want to change the world, and also for selfish reasons. It makes me feel good. I want to help you guys. There is nothing worse than a guy who has become an amazing version of himself who doesn't give back to the world and just watches the world burn. I have to see everyone elevate to feel my best. So this is where we want to be, guys. We want to be making sure that we are in this self-actualization and self-transcendence, this blue and purple, pretty much as many seconds of our day as possible, and minimizing every single bit of orange and red. So you have to be switched on. You have to be extremely self-aware. You have to understand exactly how you're feeling. It's emotional intelligence. Where am I right now, and what led me to get there? So if you're in a state of guilt, why do I feel guilty? I didn't do what I said I was going to do today. And then I just sat on the sofa and I got bored, and then I wasn't doing anything productive. I went and opened the biscuit tin. Now I feel guilt. Now I feel shame. Guys, you gotta trace back. Maybe you feel fear. Why do I feel fear? Why do I have doubt in my mind? Why do I hear the devil's voice in my mind? Maybe you had a conversation with someone who was extremely fear-minded and was just embedding doubt in you. Oh, don't think you should do that. That sounds risky. Stop fucking hanging around these people, guys. Every single conversation you have, every single activity you can do, every single thing that you can do in life that puts you in a red and orange state on here, you need to subtract it from your life. It's that simple. You subtract anything that puts you into a lower frequency. So whenever you get in a lower frequency, what got me there? And then build up a pattern recognition so you never do that again. As soon as you understand what did it, when that thing, you feel it coming or you feel yourself getting into a conversation or something like that in the future, subtract it. Doesn't mean you hate the person. Doesn't mean you don't respect the person. But you have to be in your high frequency. You have to be tuned into the channel of success. And that's on a very, very high frequency, guys. So make sure you're there. And I'm also going to show you now how to actually get on the high frequency. So I'm going to show you right now, like, look, this is exactly how you get on a high frequency. There's 3 ways. Physical workout. So putting your body through pain, taxing your body, smashing burpees, press-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, etc. I do 3 workouts a day, 1 in the gym and 2 body weights for like 5 minutes. Why? Just to simply just raise my frequency. I call it a body weight frequency raiser. I get all my guys to do this. I do it at wake up at 3 a.m. I do it in the middle of the day at 1 p.m. And then I have my other workout 5 days a week, which is in the gym. Keeps my frequency high. There are 3 ways to keep your frequency high. That is one of them. And that is like an injection booster of turbos. It's just like rocket fuel. Who's ever could come out of a gym session feeling worse? You come out feeling on top of the world. You get the pump. The pump cures everything, guys. Get on the high frequency. The next thing is you're working on your goals. So you're doing something, working in your business. Maybe you're studying. Maybe you are listening to a mentor. Maybe you are watching something like this. You are working on your goals. You are working on elevating yourself. And the next thing is helping others achieve their goals. That's self-transcendence. So I am in my highest frequency states when I'm doing these things. When I am learning, when I'm doing my daily reading, when I'm hitting the gym, when I'm doing my body weight workouts, when I'm grinding at 4 a.m. in the morning on my laptop, building out new resources for my VIP and CEO programs. And on a crazy high frequency, when I'm on my one-to-one or group coaching calls with clients, just sharing wisdom, helping them through their problems and completely changing their lives, and seeing messages and testimonials on the impact it's had and how guys have done 5, 6, 7K in their first week and how they've shredded the body fat, built their best self. They look at the world differently. They're relocating around the world. That, I can't explain the feeling. Maybe some of you guys have already got pretty decent coaching businesses and you're looking to just take it up another level. There is nothing more fulfilling. Some of you guys will relate with this. Even if it's just like you've lost the body fat yourself and now you're showing your brother how to do it. Like, if you guys have felt that, it's a crazy feeling. You want to make sure you are always doing one of those 3 things during the day. You are working on your goals, you're working out, or you're helping others work on their goals. That's all my day consists of. High frequency all day, and I've subtracted everything that's low frequency. And like I said, it doesn't mean you hate people who might put you in a low frequency or take you out of a high frequency. It doesn't have to be people, it can be activities. Subtract the boredom. Like, go attack your goals. There's no time to sit and wait. You've got shit to do. If you're just sat there, now you know what to do. Like, most people are sat there bored because they're like, I've got a goal, but I don't know how to get there. And they do nothing. Physical workout. It's going to elevate your body and it's going to elevate your mind. You can't have a good mind on a bad body. And if you don't have a good mind, you're never building a business. You don't have business problems. You have mindset problems. You have professional problems, all down to a lack of personal development problems. This is why even all my CEO guys, even though it's business coaching, personal brand and online coaching businesses, we still absolutely smash the personal development. Because most coaches still have a personal development problem in the business, and this transcends them to a whole new level. Like, one of the guys in my elite CEO came out to Dubai a few weeks ago, and he was doing good numbers. And he's added like another $5,000 a month in recurring revenue already just since he's been out here and we've had him operating on this wave. It happens, guys, when you are operating on a high frequency and you know exactly what you need to be doing. Low frequency stuff though, guys, like boredom, vices, guilt, shame. So what do? We structure our daily habits around the high frequency stuff. So we need the workouts in there. Daily habits, we're working out every single day. We're not working out for the body and the vanity, guys. That will just happen. Like, have it, like when you guys see, I don't know if you guys, let me just show you, right? When you guys see me post the transformations my VIP clients get, guys, like I don't, people are looking at the wrong thing, right? People are just looking at the actual transformation. So like I post stuff like this, right? And these guys are like absolute savages, these guys, right? All absolutely just on another wave. Yeah, just look at these guys. These are ridiculous. But people are looking at these as a side by side. These guys aren't in shape like that for a holiday. These guys have built their body on a high frequency to build their mind. They're all going out killing it in their own businesses or in their career, getting pay rises. They're absolutely destroying it in life because they're on the highest frequency. It's what you've got to do, guys. Go attack it. Look at these goals every single day. You've got to change these inputs. You've got to change them. You can't get something new out of life, guys, if you just continue what you've always been doing. Those inputs got you where you are right now. And I don't think you would be this far into this video if you actually were where you wanted to be, if you're completely honest with yourself. Just ask yourself questions. Are you living where you want to be right now because you have to, because of your career and your finances? Or are you living there because you actually really want it? Are you doing what you do for work right now because you have to, or it's because it's your dream? Are you earning 3, 4, 5, 10K a month right now because that's your goal? Or that's just because that's what you've stumbled into because you didn't have a goal? Is your body the way it is right now because that's your dream body? Or because you've just not had a clear enough goal yet and aligned with the goal you want to go get it? I'd imagine the latter, guys. Let's keep it real, right? I have enough humility to say I've absolutely mutated my life, but I've still got a lot further to go, guys. This process is lifelong. High frequency, self-actualization, self-transcendence. Wake up early. You don't have to wake up as early as me at 2:30, 3 a.m. That's just because I beat everybody, right? 3:30, 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. Wake up early. Clarity on your day. Look at your calendar. Read. Learn. Macros. If you're not hitting your macros, you are the least intelligent person on the planet. You have to control the foods and the macros that go in your body. You've got to see your brain like hardware, right? You don't want to be running on one of those old Windows you used to have in school. You want to be running on the fastest iOS you can fucking imagine. Stop thinking about it from just the vanity of a physique. You want the best physique, but that just comes. But we're here to operate and get the mindset on a much higher level to achieve everything you want in life. Train, work out, but again, not just for the physique, for the mindset. Your mindset gets you where you want in life. If you are not where you want to be in life, it's because your mindset is not good enough yet. It may get you butt hurt, guys. You can say you've got a good mindset compared to some fucking dickheads in your local town, but that's no fucking win, is it really, guys? Don't tell yourself these stories. Stop comparing yourself to the 99%. Look at the 1% right now. Like, I'm in my early 20s. I live in Dubai. I could literally go grab anything I want out the mall. I can travel whenever I want first class. And I still feel like I'm 1% into my journey. There's guys like me doing this in online coaching right now, elevated myself from the lowest of low. I used to be a complete dork. Like, wake up to what people are doing. When there's guys in their early 20s doing this stuff, and you're like comparing yourself to some guy that earns like $2,000 a month and drinks beer on the weekend, like, stop comparing yourself. Compare up. Look at the guys who are high performers. Only compare yourself to high performers. Mute everybody and unfollow everybody else off Instagram, off YouTube. Stop watching entertainment bullshit. Only look at high performers. Adopt the mindset. Adopt how they think. Adopt how they see the world. Adopt their habits. If you had my mindset and my habits right now, you would be where I am. All you need to do is get exposed to it. Get yourself in the rooms, guys. You do this, guys, I promise you, in 1 year from now, you will be coming back on here. I want you to come back on here 1 year from now. In fact, comment on here one goal that you want to achieve and come back in 1 year, maybe less, and tell me you've achieved it. That's what I want you to do, guys. And as always, make sure you fucking attack the week. I will see you again tomorrow. If you guys are 100% all in and your goals are aligned with my programs, you can shoot me a message through the inquiry links below and I can see for a fit. My phase 1 coaching is VIP. It's self-actualization. My programs are actually based around the highest frequencies. Self-actualization is VIP. It's becoming the best version of yourself, mastering yourself. We do the physique, mindset, habits, and performance. We raise you to the highest standard a guy can be at. It is the new standard for men. We then got CEO. This is for guys who have already gone through a solid amount of self-mastery. You don't have to be the very best version of yourself, but you've definitely come a long way and gone through your own personal transformation. For you guys, this is your opportunity to give back and enter self-transcendence and learn how to actually create freedom, monetizing your own coaching business and leveraging platforms on social media, building your personal brand to create a life of freedom. So you get to be in a state of self-transcendence all day, every day, giving back to the world, helping people with problems that you've struggled with. It doesn't have to be fitness. It doesn't have to be mindset. I've got guys that help people with trading because they've become good at trading. Anything. And give back to the world. And build your business. You want to be working online these days, guys. This might not be for you right now. It's not for everybody. 90% of people who watch it's not for you. But if you have that feeling that it is, you can apply below and I will reply to you. You're not speaking to some loser. You're not speaking to a bot. You're not speaking to some VA. I am the guy that will be messaging you. So if you go through this inquiry, I will add your contact into WhatsApp and I will shoot you a message. If it doesn't come up on WhatsApp, I'll shoot you an email. All right? Speak soon, guys, for any of you. Only apply if you are 100% committed, though, guys. Otherwise, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay tuned in. Keep watching. Keep applying. And also jump in my Telegram below. Free Telegram for more daily drops and a little bit more behind the scenes. Let's get it. Let's go, guys.